Good morning. I was wondering when you would wake up. Was worried for a minute when you weren't there. It probably takes a few minutes to boot up your routines, I guess. This tastes so good. Hey, don't judge me. I like cold chicken. Anyway, about the case. I still think there's something off with the book we found. I want to learn more about its content, but I don't want to hear it from an Amisha. I think we should visit the temple and talk to Reverend Jacobs to learn more about the echo of Ahura Mazda. All right, let's get into something less comfortable. Here we go again, ready for business.
Good morning, everyone. Agent Ramirez called in sick today, so he won't be with us for the next few days. Agent Tanner, I've received a message from the bishop's assistant. He wanted to thank you for finding the missing book so quickly.
Yes, sir. The death of Officer McCarthy demands a whole new angle on the investigation. We need to find the connection between the alleged robbery and the homicide. I'll have to keep the book as evidence for the time being.
Very well. The assistant also mentioned some translation work. I'll just forward the message to your digipad.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, that's it then. Everyone get busy.
Bishop Atura translated the recording. To his own accord, it's just a random tirade against the Church of Flesh. The language spoken is called Avestan. There's no reason to visit the church for... A diverse array of medical instruments. The analyzer will make fingerprints visible by iodine fuming. The screen displays a collection of information about the deceased, but I can't make... I really don't need to have another look at McCarthy's body. I should talk to the coroner instead.
Sure. The victim has been confirmed to be Officer Neil McCarthy, age 48. We are dealing with a case of spontaneous flesh sprouting here. The cause of death was multiple piercings of internal organs or the brain. Though I've seen victims of such sprouting before, they never looked this symmetrical. The pattern the tendrils followed looks very orderly, unlike the typical organic or chaotic growth you would expect. I've read about the device you found in the reports. It was situated at the center of the sprouting, is that correct?
Yes, it is. I've plugged it from McCarthy's chest. It's still getting analyzed.
Interesting. Well, the time of death was around 2:30 p.m. There are no signs of a fight, and he didn't fire his weapon. Yes, we did find a few notes in a hidden pocket of his jacket and his gun. The gun has already been sent to HQ, but I'll give you the notes.
Mrs. Tanner, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Do you have a moment to discuss a book that's come up in one of our cases? I'd appreciate your insights.
Ah, the echo of Ahura Mazda. What you want to know about it? It's a beautifully tragic story about a father trying to be a good parent. It's one of the last stories by Zarathustra, and one of his most famous, especially within the Amesha community. Ahura Mazda had 3 children. The oldest was called Asha, an intelligent young woman, very disciplined and orderly. Her younger brother, Agash, was the exact opposite, full of life and curiosity, exploring the world and pushing boundaries. The 2 siblings were constantly competing, and sometimes their competition got a bit out of hand. But every time, Ahura reminded them about the importance of family, and they eventually got back together. That was until the 3rd child was born, Hastur. He was lacking emotionally and intellectually. When he didn't understand something, he wanted to break and destroy it. Still full of love, Ahura watched with growing despair as Hastur became more violent and sadistic with each passing year. He was the catalyst for Asha's and Agash's building animosity, and the conflict and fighting between the 3 got completely out of hand. Ahura knew that if this continued, it would end in disaster. He pleaded with his children to stop, but when he saw it was to no avail, he started singing. A lullaby as old as time itself, slowly putting all his children to sleep. And even then, they continued to fight. In the dreamlands, they could never die. Ahura knew, as long as he would sing, his children would be safe. So he never stopped, and we pray that he never will. The book was authored by the prophet known as Zarathustra, whose real name was Hendrik Beckenheim. He adopted the name Zarathustra about 2 years following the inflection, inspired by his first vision. He didn't live long after this point. He took his own life about a year later, but not before writing a collection of short stories, parables, and the book you brought me here. There were many rumors and speculations surrounding his death, but the Church of Flesh promoted the narrative that it was an act of love and devotion. They called him a martyr for their cause. It looks really nice and expensive. I'm not an antiquarian, though. However, I do know one. Mr. Corso on 4th Street could help you with that.
I tried to find information on the code with my digipad, but found nothing. Even though the store looks in disarray, the shelves are neatly organized.
Hands off, unless you have a warrant.
Mr. Corso, I've come to ask for your expertise.
It's a nice-looking, very ornate book cover. Something we call a facade. The shiny exterior is designed to distract from the book's contents. A diversion. This book is extraordinary. These pages have been carefully treated to appear new. But to my trained eye, it's obvious that they are not. They're hiding something. Yes, there's a second layer beneath the mundane writing. I see your eye implant. May I install a small routine that will reveal the underlying text to you? Okay, transfer is complete. Activate your scanner to see if it works.
I can see it now. This is amazing, but I can't read any of it.
Here, you can transfer the contents to your digipad.
Bishop Atura translated the recording. To his own accord, it's just a random tirade against the Church of Flesh. The language spoken is called Avestan. I assume you do know a little about codes and secret writing. What do you make of these notes?
This is gibberish. But look at the space between each sentence. The paper has a slightly different color there. I presume this is some kind of invisible ink.
Can you make it visible?
Let me get my magnifying glass. This looks like some kind of starch-based ink to me. You could make it visible with iodine, but I don't have the necessary equipment for that. Avestan? I guess so. I haven't seen any Avestan writing in a long time.
Could you translate it?
I'm afraid I'm a bit rusty in old Iranian languages. I do have a translation help somewhere around here, but I don't have the time for that. See, I have a business to run here.
There's literally no one here besides us two.
Oh, my clientele usually doesn't come here in person, but rest assured that I'm a very busy man. I'm afraid I'm as dumbfounded as you.
It worked. There is a combination in the space between the sentences. Hey, Sonny, I need your help again.
You're really busy lately, aren't you? What can I do for you?
Do you have anything on a Mr. Corso, owner of the bookstore in 4th Street?
Just a second. Yes, here he is. Oh, quite a collection of unpaid parking tickets.
Perfect. Tell your boss I might make a deal on those. I hope that's all right.
Well, he won't be overjoyed, but if it's for the greater good, he won't mind.
I'm all ears.
You've accumulated an impressive $325 in parking fines. I figure that should be enough to compensate you for your time spent translating that book.
Ha, not even close. But I'll make you a counteroffer. I'll translate the first page for you and we'll forget about those tickets.
Deal.
Okay, first we have the author, Zoroaster. The title of the book is Raz Aji. It's very difficult to get a precise translation, but it's something like Secrets of the Dragon or Mysteries of the Worm. The introduction includes a warning. Again, it's hard to convey the exact meaning, but it's something akin to, he may never return. The key could also refer to an idea or memory in this context. Now, I presume our deal is concluded. I'll get back to my work now.
An interactive terminal that provides Hello again. I assume you have storage lockers here at the station? Where can I find them?
Go to the right first, and then down the escalator, and you'll find them there.
Thank you. The combination on McCarthy's notes reads 8733. Are you okay? Yellow? This digipad doesn't display color. Do you recognize the sign? Okay. If you're not feeling well, tell me. We can visit Kingdom Hospital anytime to check the connection. I don't want my neural interface getting fried. Their stairs go up to the terminals.
I have something for you, Agent Tanner. We examined the device you brought us yesterday. The analysis isn't complete yet, but I thought you'd be interested in the preliminary results. It's quite strange indeed. When placed on a human body, it injects nanodrones into the bloodstream. These drones move towards the brain, searching for a neural interface. If they find one, they connect to the interface's memory and download data from a designated memory range. Then, they return to the device, which checks the data for a specific checksum. If the test is positive, the device sends out a signal and deactivates. If it's negative, it sprouts tendrils and kills the host.
For what data are the drones looking?
We still try to find that out. At a glance, it looks completely random. This thing is broken. Do you want me to fix it?
Not right now, but I would be interested if you know anything about that symbol. Also, while you're at it, please check its superposition.
Okie dokie. Couldn't find anything about that symbol in our database. The superposition is not available. The broken pad probably interferes with the scanner. I had that problem before, and it can be quite tricky to find and eliminate the interference. Sorry, I couldn't be of more help here.
I know this sounds strange, but is it possible that the pad showed a yellow color?
Color? No, this model is monochrome. Maybe something reflected in it. The screen is very shiny.
I've already got every...
Hey, Amy, what about lunch?
What about it?
No. I mean, you come over here and eat lunch with me at the Flavor Palace.
Oh, sure, I guess I could take a break and eat something. I'll be there in 10.
Good. I have a table in the center of the restaurant. Can't miss me. There you are. I've ordered you some samosas. They are amazing.
Thanks. Do you feel better? It was a bit rough yesterday.
I'm feeling just fine. Got the day off, living my life. Bored to death. How's Jeff?
Very busy. Haven't seen him in days. But he promised to make up for it on the weekend. Got some surprise in store, I figure.
I'm still saving myself for the one and only Prince Charming.
Have you maybe thought about a princess?
Geesh, Amy, are you flirting with me? What would Jeff say? Oh, let me guess, he'd be all over the two of us.
That's not what I meant. I mean, you know what I mean?
Ha, it's so easy to make you blush. But I know your secrets, little one. Can't hide your dark side from me, can you? If you ask me, she can rot in those stinking tunnels. Did the CSU find anything?
They're still combing through the tunnels. It's a maze, stretching for miles. I hope to hear back from them tomorrow, or I'll just drop by spontaneously.
There's our food.
That does smell amazing.
So about the case, got any new leads?
Yes, actually, I've found out more about the missing book. It's way older than it ought to, and I've found out the title and author, kind of. And then there's McCarthy's digipad. It's broken. But look at the screen. Have you seen that symbol before?
Actually, I think I did. There's this creep living way out in Kingsport. He had a sticker with that thing on his car. Here, I'll give you the address if he still lives there, but be careful, he has a thing for drugs and violence. You're leaving already?
Yeah, sorry, but I gotta find that guy you were talking about.
You can't live on appetizers alone, Amy. Take care.
I need to get my bike gear from the armor manager before I can go down the highway. I'm ready to ride. north of Kingsport.
Acknowledged. Units are on their way. It will take them some time to get out there.
Roger, I will have a look around. No signs of life, poor kid. I've found a scrap of paper in his pockets. They fit together. Maybe Cultus Signi Flavi refers to a place, and the numbers on the scrap are GPS coordinates. I should put them in my digipad. Well, that's interesting. The coordinates point to a place at the abandoned station. I should check the exact position when I go to the tunnels tomorrow. Why do these flesh devices always have to be so complicated? There seems to be a part missing here. I'm not sure if these are status lights or controls. I'd better keep my hands off them. The screen just shows fatal error. A part that broke off the maintenance drone. 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 This piece looks like it might be fitting in the control panel. There seems to be a part missing here. I don't understand everything that the log shows, but it seems to me that the drone was off the street when the impact happened. Did Aaron lose control of the car? I didn't see any brake marks. He might have been on drugs, considering his habits. We'll know more when the coroner takes a look, but I can't shake that underlying feeling that he might have crashed on purpose. It's getting late. I should put the biking gear back in the armory manager and head home. Okay, let's go home. It's been a long day.
Good evening, Agent Tanner. I apologize for calling this late on an official matter. Our mutual acquaintance, Mr. Corso, told me about your visit. Now, I've come to hear that you were able to decipher parts of my book. It is time to talk. I've arranged a meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m. at my residence.
Okay, I will see.
I expect you to be punctual. That should be an easy task for a Deva.
He hung up. What an asshole. Nevertheless, if he has valuable information, and if I don't want to get in trouble with my boss, I should be there.